Russell Westbrook refuses to sign his own jersey. Why? Because it's the Lakers variation of his jersey. Did Russ do wrong by these two young fans? Plus, Wemby. We're already starting to see some incredible highlights coming out of him. Some new footwork from Victor Wembanyama, and the league needs to be concerned. I'm Trevor Lane. This is the Basketball Bulletin. We say it all the time. 70% of you not subscribed. Let's fix that. Hit that subscribe button for us. Joining me is Donnie Freeman. Donnie, Donnie, if a kid comes up and has your jersey, you are signing that 10 times out of 10, aren't you?
Well, if I'm signing anybody else's, I'll try to. Sometimes there's too many kids, but
Nobody's walking around with the Donnie Freeman jersey right now?
No, thankfully not. Thankfully not. But if typically if that was something that was presented to me, I'd be like, oh, that's cool, and I'd sign it. But I'm not a superstar or whatever like Russ, so it's not the same thing.
Just wait, the Basketball Bulletin is going to blow up.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
And next thing you know, kids are going to be following you, asking for your autograph. That's coming. Yeah. Take a look here. This is Russell Westbrook. This is after the Lakers game against the Kings. By the way, I should mention new Sacramento King, Russell Westbrook. Look at the level of petty right here.
Wait, hold on. I forgot. You asked me about this, but what about you? Do you ever sign any jerseys?
No, I don't. I have been asked for my autograph.
Okay.
One time, and it happened. And
it's always funny when you get recognized or seen while you're out just casually. That's happened to me before. Prior to the Bulletin, of course. It's man, that's like always weird, but yeah.
It is indeed. It is indeed. But you know what? We love the people who watch the show and always appreciate it when people do come up and say something. I usually see people at Summer League. That's usually
that makes sense.
And those are our people, right? Those are.
I saw someone at the gym once, so.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like, oh, okay.
All right, here's Russ. Look at all the Westbrook jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to go sign the OKC one. Got a couple kids brought their Westbrook Lakers jerseys. Got the one kid, the other one's an adult, but still.
Yeah, maybe.
And watch. Talks to him. Says something about the Kobe shirt. Walks past, and he's going to sign. I believe that's a Rockets jersey there.
You could hear him. You can even, I don't know about here, but you could see him verbalize that he's not going to sign that jersey. He literally says, I'm not signing that. Like right here. He's like, I ain't doing it. And he literally skips over both of those Laker jerseys.
And this is a young kid here with a jersey. Now he does have that OKC jersey too, and he's going to sign that one. But Russ not willing to sign a Lakers jersey. Now, obviously things didn't end well with the Lakers and Russell Westbrook, and there was some animosity between Westbrook and Lakers fans. And I mean, you could audibly hear the crowd groaning every time Russell Westbrook was not every time, but at certain games, certain moments when Russell Westbrook was getting ready to shoot, because they were in fear of the rims. But the brutality that was being committed on those rims.
Stop.
But is this just next level petty, particularly to skip over a kid's jersey just because like that? Does that kid really understand that things were maybe a little tense between Westbrook and the Lakers? Or do you think he really is there just because he's a fan of Russell Westbrook, and then Russ won't sign that jersey because it's a Lakers jersey?
Yeah, I think it's more just the latter. He's just a fan of Russ. So did that kid have two jerseys, or was there a third kid in there?
It looked like the kid had and so that does change if he's got two jerseys and he signs one of them.
Yeah. Because initially when I saw he does have two jerseys.
So he's got an OKC jersey and a Lakers one.
Yeah, initially when I saw this, I kind of saw it in passing, and I thought that was just the kid himself holding the Laker jersey and not the OKC one. At least he signs that, because my initial reaction was, oh, that's really crappy to like skip over that third kid that had the Laker jersey. But at least he signs one of the jerseys for the kid as opposed to the others. And I can understand him wanting to disassociate with that part of his career, because it just was bad, and it was bad all around. He had a bad experience, the Lakers and fans had a bad experience, like it just was bad all around. And I can understand him wanting to again disassociate from that. But I think in hindsight, at least he verbalized to the older one that he was just not really so interested in signing that jersey, but at least it looked like he complimented the Kobe shirt, so obviously that's pretty cool. But yeah, I think it's I don't know. You could go both ways on it. Like I said, initially I was pretty harsh on it, but I'm not as mad because at least he did sign something for the kid. But if there was hypothetically a third kid in there and that one was there and just got skipped over because he had a Laker jersey, I would have thought that would have been pretty whack initially.
But,
so,
regardless of whether it's a kid or adult or whatever, if Russ is signing all these jerseys, should he be refusing to sign Lakers jerseys? Like, was it that?
I mean, probably not.
I mean, it is part of his career,
Probably not,
right?
right? Yeah, like, but you'd have to also imagine that happens just in passing throughout these situations all the time. Though they can't sign everybody's jerseys, people.
No, but he I mean, it was not an accident that he.
Oh no, he
selected.
Like I said, he intentionally didn't sign that.
Absolutely.
I mean, that is crappy. So it is what it is with that. I'm not, like I said, I think it would have been more crappy otherwise. But I'm not trying to defend him or make an excuse for him. I think that was. Skipping over somebody like that is not great. I don't think that's cool. And it could be perceived any number of different ways. I personally would probably have not done that. I can understand trying to empathize why he would want to disassociate, like I was saying, but you're right there. You're 2 feet away from this guy. You might as well, you're right there. You have your hand out, you got your pen out, you acknowledge the guy, you might as well. And you skip over him and go to the other guy, the other kid on the other end.
That's just like if, let's say, a guy runs up to Russ on the street with a Lakers jersey or any jersey and puts it in his face and says, "Sign this." I'm not going to fault Russell Westbrook for saying, "Hey, not right now," or he's out to dinner or something like that's fine. He was in Jersey signing, but this was the time for him to sign jersey. This was the appropriate time for him to do it, and he said, "No, I'm not going to sign this." And here's the thing. Not every Lakers fan hated Russell Westbrook. Not every Lakers fan was anti-Russ or booing or whatever, groaning when he was shooting the ball. And so you're taking whatever negative relationship Russ had with, maybe it was the organization, maybe it was fans, maybe it was the team, whatever. But he is punishing people who may not have been part of that for what happened with the Lakers there and that whole situation. I think that's the unfortunate side of this here too.
You know what? I think I understand now. I understand what you want. I understand what the viewers want. They want me to just say flat out, bluntly, Russ, you were an asshole. That's it. That's what everyone wants. Because if I try to add context, I'm fence sitting. So I don't want to do that. Russ was an asshole for this. He shouldn't have done that. He shouldn't have skipped that guy. He should have just signed it. He decided not to. It is what it is. But I don't think it's a great look. So okay.
There's the clip from the show right there. There it is.
No, don't clip it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
All right. Victor Wembanyama is, Russell Westbrook is being, big time petty here, skipping over people. Victor Wembanyama might be skipping steps on the way to NBA stardom.
I gotta say, Russ was kicked on his way out the door. And the door was slammed on him, and then they call him a vampire, all this stuff. I can understand about that. I can understand why he doesn't want to be associated with it. I can understand it.
Not all of it. A lot. It was the unfortunate circumstance of his salary as well. Not only, and I've been very complimentary of the way Russ played in Denver, and was surprised he wasn't on a team. But I thought that a lot of it was not necessarily Russ. It was his salary. That was a problem because it meant the rest of the team couldn't be good enough around him. And that's not his fault. That's the Lakers' fault for saying, "Hey, we're going to make this work with that salary on our books." Last thing, did you see Doug Christie's quote? You know what I'm talking about. I was going to go talk about Wemby, and then I remembered this. Doug Christie,
my God. Dude, I almost fell out of my chair when I saw that.
He said what everybody else has said, "I want Russ to be Russ." Doug.
Oh my God.
Oh, Doug.
Why does this keep happening everywhere? I don't get it.
It's the
everyone says the same thing. I don't get it.
Yeah.
And I think the context there is that you have to understand what Russ being Russ means. You have to take the good with the bad. I think that he's had, if you go back to every stint anywhere he's been, I think there were games where he won games for the Lakers. I think there were games where he outright lost games for the Lakers due to some clumsy whatever, right? He does both things. He can give, but he can also take. I thought he was great in Denver for stretches. I thought he was also pretty bad in some stretches. He had a hot shooting stretch in the playoffs, and it kind of fizzles out. He goes both ways. There's probably not a more volatile player in the NBA that's going to swing so wildly. Like his ceiling is pretty high, but his floor is just tremendously low. So I think that's what that means. And every time you're in a situation and they say want Russ to be Russ, okay, well, you got to understand what that means. But the best place for that is Sacramento, I got to say.
Why is the best place for that Sacramento? I've been very critical of the fit in Sacramento.
No.
Why is the best place for that in Sacramento?
It's funny you say that, though, because I'm saying this because you have been praying for this. You wanted to see him go to Sacramento.
Oh, yeah, just as somebody who wants maximum chaos and things to talk about and discuss, I think the Sacramento Kings are going to be either a very fun or a horrifically. Is that what it is? You want to see complete boom or bust every night with the Kings?
I mean, I actually enjoy watching Russ play basketball. I'm not even lying. I do actually, like, regardless of whether he makes his shots or not, I actually can appreciate the energy he plays with and
absolutely
the intensity he plays with. I don't think there's enough guys in the league that play that way, frankly. And the circus of it all is pretty fun because he'll make some insane pass and then the ball will slip out his hands the next time down. I think he's actually pretty entertaining to watch. So coupling that with some of the other entertaining guys in SAC, it may actually be fun to watch. I don't know.
Russell Westbrook is either right. He is either a just absolute cinema. He could be incredibly, breathtakingly explosive, powerful out there on the floor. He's either that or like Donnie, you ever watch a movie just because it's so bad? Like it's so bad, it's entertaining. That's Russ. He's either going to be Oscar worthy or he's getting a Razzie, and there is no in between.
We just sound like such haters. It's time to move to Wemby.
No, but we just talked about the man winning an Oscar.
No,
come on, he can also do that.
You just said a Razzie.
Yeah, he can get that too. That's the thing.
Move on. Let's just go to Wemby. You sound like such a hater. You're dragging me into this. I started off being objective.
I'm not hating.
And then I realized if I'm just going to be objective, people are going to get mad. So whatever.
All right, let's talk about something really exciting. This we can be all positive on. That's Victor Wembanyama. We'll get to that right after this.
Ever heard of the Sleeper app? Well, here's a little secret. It's more than just a platform for season-long fantasy leagues. This year, millions of users enjoyed playing fantasy sports on Sleeper. But the app offers so much more. There's live stats, real-time updates, and visualization on all stats. There's a news feed where you can get lightning-fast updates on your favorite players and teams. And a real-time chat where you can engage with other users about individual plays and performances during the NFL and NBA seasons. So download the #1 sports app and experience it yourself today. And when you do, use promo code Bulletin and you'll get up to $100 match on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in over 25 states. Check out Sleeper today.
All right, and the Sleeper does have a cool promo right now. Free $20 entry, no deposit needed. So go check out Sleeper. Use the link in the description down below. All right, Donnie, Victor Wembanyama, we did a story the other day about how he's been training with Hakeem Olajuwon, and it's paying off. Which
look what you guys did, man.
Very scary. Very scary. Watch this. This is concerning. The dream shake, the pivot,
Oh my God. Look at him. He's so fluid too. Look at him. Oh man.
Like what are you supposed to do with that? There's
What's
nothing.
That topping? Is that topping? He ain't got no chance.
There's just, yeah. That's, and now, here's this too. Look at this. There's no one else in the NBA. You know, a guy is legit when they do something that they're one of one at that no one else can do. Look at this.
Oh, what step through
but the step through, he was like what? A couple feet in from the 3-point line?
Yeah.
Look at this. He's one step away. Not even a full step in, like a half step in from the 3-point line, and he can get to the rim without a dribble.
Mm-hmm. I like how we've been seeing more step throughs like this over the last couple of years, because they almost look so egregious that I think refs are so quick to call that a travel, but it's not. I mean, you could get into the minutia of like, all
But
the other
does he lift his
these guys
plant
do.
foot on it? Of course he does.
Yeah.
And then is it technically a trap? But the
Yeah,
way the NBA
okay.
is officiated today, it's
But
not.
it's not like that. But so like him going from that far out to straight to the rim for a layup is insane. And with that context in mind, that's great footwork.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, absolutely great footwork. But he can get, I mean, to be able to get to from the 3-point line to a layup in a step. And now he's got that kind of precision, that kind of timing, that type of just overall nuance to his offensive game.
oh man.
The Spurs are going to be good. I mean, I've been saying all summer, I'm not bumping the Spurs up in my rankings until we see it on the floor. Like, I understand people saying they're going to be really good this year, and that's all well and fine, projected. I just want to see it first. The more we see out of Wemby, the more we've seen Stephon Castle was pretty good last night, had an insane dunk. The more we see, Dylan Harper, the more I'm buying into the idea that the Spurs are going to be right there in the playoff mix in the Western Conference if Wemby can stay healthy.
Oh yeah, they got some other talented pieces too, like Sohan and Vassell, and they got some fun
Vassell,
guys there. Yeah, I think that was, how old is Wemby? Like 23. I mean, geez,
not old enough, man.
Like, dude, like that's insane. He is on pace.
He's young enough to run the West for a while.
Yeah, he can do that.
Oh my God, he's 21.
He's 21. Oh my God.
Oh no.
Oh my God. It's even worse. It's even worse.
I mean, great in that we get to see a great player for a lot longer. But if you're a fan of a Western Conference team,
oh yeah, this guy,
oh
man,
boy,
he is so intriguing to watch. Like the more he adds to his bag, the better he gets. This guy's gonna be moving like Hakeem in the post, getting to the rim like Giannis, that clipped a week or two ago, playing like KD out on the perimeter, shooting like KD, handling like KD, defending the rim like Ben Wallace. Like this guy is gonna be insane. I don't know what we got here with this guy. He's just so many great players mixed into one. But
yeah,
he's also like 7'6", but like that is his greatest strength, but it's also his greatest weakness, because being that big is just so hard to stay healthy. And so much of what he has to do, I'm positive, is like stretching and Pilates and yoga and all these things,
sure,
just to make sure that he's able to even get out there and play and minimize any injury risk and things like that. But he's so big, man. Like it's crazy. And he's already got the handle of a guard, he's already got the shooting ability of a guard, but he's 7, whatever it is. He's huge. So
unreal.
It's crazy, man. Like you don't ever want to kind of like quote unquote glaze these players or anything like that. But like, it's kind of hard not to with Wemby, right?
I mean, you just gotta tell the truth, right? And that's where people get so locked into like player first fandom, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're glazing this because you're just such a fan of this player and all of that.
Yeah.
I don't approach the game that way. If a player is great, I'm going to say the player is great, and we're going to be in awe of a great player doing great things, and that's just the way it goes. I have no motive or interest in being behind any one particular player, or trying to detract from any one particular player, with the exception of maybe a few. But
just rewind the video. just rewind.
That's why I try to be fair. I try to be as fair and balanced as I can with most players. Every once in a while, some things will get in there, but for the most part, I try to be fair and balanced. And look, Wemby, I'm not a Spurs fan, but you just can't deny what we're seeing right now from him.
No, absolutely. I enjoy good basketball, and I also really enjoy potential for some of these guys and how talented some of these young players are and what they can be. Like I was saying the other day that I really enjoyed this rookie class. I think there's a lot of gems.
Yeah, they're exciting.
I think that this class is good. There's a lot of guys that could be really good in this league, and Wemby still barely 21. I mean, geez, man. Like, so there's just so much. Like his ceiling, when it's all said and done, if he's able to be healthy, is so astronomically high, and we don't see that very often.
And I mean, given that he's 7'6", he can touch that ceiling without jumping, which is crazy.
Oh my God. Yeah, this guy, I don't know. I'm not gonna feed into that. But
you're not gonna encourage me.
Nope. His ceiling is just crazy. Like his overall final potential is one of the best players ever. Like he could be but obviously a lot of things need to line up. He needs to get the accolades, he needs to
stay healthy.
But like it's there. It's possible. You can see it already. So I'm really excited to see where his career takes him.
Yeah, I think he is at the very least a lock for Defensive Player of the Year if he stays healthy. If he stays healthy,
for sure.
If he doesn't stay healthy, it's not happening, obviously. But yeah,
he'll have many chances, man. He'll have many chances.
Wemby is a minus 185 right now, looking at some of the betting odds to win Defensive Player of the Year versus the field.
He's gonna be that every time, though. Like that's what I'm saying, though. And then we're gonna get to a point in like 3-4 years, maybe 5 years, where some guys like Jokic maybe age out a bit. You know, obviously he's already like 30. And then it's going to be like looking at MVP odds, and it's going to be the same for Wemby. He's going to be looking like that, you know, the minus 180 or whatever it is. It's going to be Wemby on everything. It
just comes down to, is he healthy or not?
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's it. That's what if you're taking that bet, that's what you're betting on. Is Victor Wembanyama, does he play in 65 games? Because if he does, then he's the Defensive Player of the Year. That's just the way it goes.
And just healthy in general for his career. Like that is the number one thing this year, next year, 5 years from now. That is the most important. That's the most important thing for everybody, but it's more important for a guy of his size, you know, to be able to stay healthy. So,
all right, everybody, give us your thoughts on Wemby. Give us your thoughts on Russell Westbrook. Was it kind of a dick move to not sign that jersey and to pass by that jersey because it was specifically a Lakers jersey? Let us know how you feel about that one in the comment section. Till next time, everybody. See ya. And stay safe.